Bonjour et bienvenue à ma leçon de français. Hello and welcome to my French lesson. My name is Ryan and today I'm going to be teaching you some French. Okay, it's my first lesson, so let's get started. Today we are going to be learning about the subject personal pronouns in French. So first of all, let's go through the subject pronouns in English. We have I, which is talking about myself. I. We've got you, we've got he, we've got she and it, we've also got we, and we've got they. Those are the personal pronouns in English. So what are they in French? Well, we have got je, which is I, so je. Now for you, there are two words for you. I'll say the first one first, which is tu. And I'll say the second one in a bit. Let's move on first. Okay, the word for he is il. She is elle. And in French, believe it or not, there is no word for it. So if you want to use it in French, you would have to use il or elle, depending whether the thing you are talking about is masculine or feminine. There is kind of a word that can act as it in French, which is the little word ce. But that isn't exactly the same as the subject pronoun, it. Okay, so let's move on. We've got we, which is nous, N-O-U-S, nous. And the second word for you, I'm going to tell you now, is vous. So when do you use tu and when do you use vous? You use tu for people you know well. For a friend, example, or a family member. Just people you know well. You use vous for strangers, people you don't know well. For example, people in a shop. For people who you want to address politely, you'd use vous. Don't forget, you only use tu when you're speaking to one person. If you are speaking to more than one person, even if it's informally, you'd always use vous. Okay, let's move on. The words for they, there are two words in French for they. We've got il, which is used for a group of male people, or a mixture, a group of male and a group of female people. So we've got il, I-L-S, and we've got elle, E-L-L-E-S, which you only use for a group of female people. So those are all of our subject pronouns in French. So now let's make sentences and see what we come up with using these subject pronouns. So, here's a sentence. Je mange un gâteau. I eat a cake. So as you can see, we've got the pronoun je, and we've also got the verb mange, which comes from manger, to eat, and we've got un gâteau, a cake. Je mange un gâteau. I eat a cake. Or I am eating a cake, depending on the context. Okay, next one. Here's another sentence. Tu es très intelligent. Tu es très intelligent. We have got the subject pronoun tu. That means it's you. We're talking to you. And I'm saying, tu es très intelligent. You are very intelligent. Okay, another one is il est très bête. Il est très bête. We've got the subject pronoun il, and I'm just saying he is very stupid. Il est très bête. He is very stupid. Okay, another one. Nous parlons très bien en français. Nous parlons très bien en français. So you can see we've got the subject pronoun nous, and what I'm saying is we speak very well in French. Nous parlons très bien en français. Okay, now one more thing before I go is that when you're using je, be careful that if the verb after begins with a vowel or a silent H, you drop the E and add an apostrophe. For example, if you want to say I like, aimer is the verb to like. So to say I like, you say j'aime. You don't say je aime because it's hard to pronounce. So that's why that apostrophe is there, so it's easier to pronounce. J'aime. So you only drop that E and add an apostrophe if the verb that follows begins with a vowel or a silent H. Okay, so those are the subject pronouns in French. Join me next time when I will show you how to conjugate verbs in the present tense. Because verbs are what create the language. Without verbs, you wouldn't be able to speak the language. Because verbs are very important in whatever language you speak. So that's it. I will see you very, very soon for another French lesson. And there's only one more thing left to say. Au revoir.